In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Wait a minute, too far back in time. Let us fast forward to the 1990s to where the internet was commercialized. Further along came the creation of social media platforms such as MySpace, Windows Live Messenger, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, Pinterest, and LinkedIn, just to name a few. Why do people use social media? A study done by Kelley School of Business from the Indiana University, they structured the basic usage of social media in the following categories: identity, group, conversation, sharing, presence, relationship, and reputation. Identity is where the user decides on how to portray themselves by disclosing their name, gender, age, profession, location, and any other type of information. Which leads to groups. Users can create communities with people whom they find to get along with, which become social networks. By doing this, they can expand who they know by obtaining friends, contacts, and followers. Conversation is a medium where people express their concerns to other people who share the same ideology, such as a blog or a post. Also, to learn of new information and trending topics. Sharing social media gives a user a platform for them to exchange, distribute, and receive content. How many times have you clicked the share button on Facebook? Presence is the idea of how the user uses a social media platform along with their accessibility. For example, it allows a user to check into a city or a business, such as a restaurant, with their best friend. Relationship refers to the extent to how a user can correspond to another user. This could lead to where both users meet up in a physical location, having conversation between the both of them, or just simply having followers or friends. This is an advantage for business-minded people, such as using LinkedIn, because this makes relationship maintenance more efficient. Reputation refers to the credibility of a person using the social media. Platforms such as LinkedIn has given people the option to endorse each other's skills. This could also be measured by the amount of likes a page has, or how many subscribers one has, or the amount of times a video has been viewed. Having more likes and views gives the user a higher reputation. Facebook alone has over 2.07 billion active monthly users. That is over 27% of the Earth's population is on Facebook. Facebook demographics: 53% are females, 47% are males. Average Facebook user has 155 friends. 56% of online users are seniors aged 65 and plus. 63% are between the ages of 50 through 64. 87% are between the ages of 18 through 29. 74% are college graduates. 72% of online users have an income of more than 75K. 82% between the age of 18 to 29 are in the United States. 79% between the age of 30 to 49 are in the United States. 56% between the age of 65 and plus are in the United States. Dopamine effect of social media. Have you ever experienced the time when your phone vibrated in your pocket and saw that someone liked your cat video or someone mentioned you in a post? Every time we post, share, like, comment, or send an invitation online, we are creating an expectation. We feel a sense of belonging and advance our concept of self through sharing. By someone liking a post, it has the same response as the sense of accomplishment, exercise, eating, and sex. All of these social reinforcers are abstract but show similar activity in the reward center of the brain. This suggests that perhaps if you're getting positive feedback in social media, likes, shares, and retweets, it has a positive reinforcer of using social media, and one that allows you to get the positive side effects of it and returning to seek out more social reinforcement. Advertisements. There is a huge audience on these social media platforms. This is better at reaching more people than regular TV, newspaper, and radio combined. Facebook alone has 1.37 billion active users a day. Yes, a day. With all these people on there, why not advertise to them? Facebook wastes no time advertising. Compared to last year, their advertisement increased from $6.8 billion to $10.1 billion, an increase of 49%. and their net income went from $2.6 billion to $4.7 billion. That is a 79% increase. How many times did you want to watch a video and had to watch an advertisement first? Digital marketing experts estimate that most Americans are exposed to around 4,000 to 10,000 advertisements a day. It is obvious that a sane person cannot remember seeing all those ads. The human brain filters out content that seems irrelevant. The advertisements that happen to pass through the brain's filter become part of our subconscious mind, and later we may crave certain foods or products. Even so, I had to watch some advertisements before I could access an article, or ads were plastered along the article. Social media is also a great platform of spreading news. Traditional media companies are also in an ongoing process of adapting to and adopting some of these new modes of communication that have given rise to social media. The new agencies saw that it was in their best interest to adapt to the ever-changing social media platforms, which leads us to ethical questions. If you are inactive for a while, social media such as Facebook will send you friendly reminders of what you have missed or whose birthday is coming up. Remember when Candy Crush Saga was a trending game and everyone who's playing sent you an invite? People are playing games have more exposures to advertisements. In return makes the creators of the games richer. Annoying, right? Another thing that you might see, Alex just posted for the first time in a while via Facebook. Is this just a strategy to have the user log back in? This is not a strategy just used on Facebook. Other social media platforms do it as well. How many young people below the age of 13 use social media by creating a fake profile or putting the incorrect date of birth so that they can have an account? Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, also known as COPA, studies show that approximately 59% of children have already used a social network by the time they are 10 years old. Children starting social media early in age are getting accustomed to lying, which can lead to other ethical problems. There's also people who spend most of their time scrolling through social media to see who they can troll. This leads to cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is intentionally using digital media to communicate false, embarrassing, or hostile information about another person. If a person is victim to cyberbullying, then they may be subject to commit suicide. In most cases, young people die from hanging. Suicide is ranked number 3 killer of teens in the United States, following car accidents number 1, homicide number 2. Suicide rates among 10 to 14-year-olds have grown more than 50% over the past 3 decades. What is even more compelling is the amount of time that an individual spends on social media. The average teen spends around 6 hours a day, while adults spend 4 hours. These averages seem to be increasing as time goes on. Let's put these hours in terms of money. For example, let's take the average of 5 hours and multiply it by 7. In a week, that becomes 35 hours. In a month, that becomes 140 hours. And in a year, that is 1,820 hours. That is a full-time job. Suppose you have a job that pays $10 an hour. In a month, that is $350. In a year, that is $18,200, and in 20 years, that is $364,000 of potential money that you could have earned. No wonder Facebook's getting richer. Now the question is, where do you want to spend your time?